Hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times with Scar here, and welcome back to the wonderful worlds of Hermits and Crafting. And we're piloting our boat right into Pirate Island, just below the giant volcano, which needs a name. I've given it the name temporarily, the Withercano, because the tragic wither fight that took place beneath it. We don't talk about that other than our appreciation for the Wither Rescue Squad. That, of course, is Tango and Grian. So let's park old Scarf here. Scarf, how are you doing? No progress on that neck. I don't know why I pay so much pirate gold for physical therapy to fix that neck, and it is no better. Ever since he went on his adventure, he hurt his neck, and it's never better since then. But anyway, let's take flight here. Get the wind beneath our wings and take a little turn and look at the giant volcano with the lava spewing off one side of it, with all the dark spires sticking up into the air. And I'm really pleased with this. It took a long time, and what the fun part about it was we did a ton of it improv, right? We just kind of had a vision in our head and we just went for it. Sometimes that pays off, and sometimes it's good to, pre-plan a little bit, but I like this one. It's a little bit more free-flowing in design, and I'm pretty happy with the way it's come out. And I know the bottom of it's a bit ridiculous actually, it's not a bottom because there is no bottom there in the first place, but this thing will be filled in, and I'm glad we ran out of stone because it's giving me time to think. And by doing that, I've got a whole other way I want to do the bottom section of this, which is going to be amazing. But you might be wondering, Scar, I see what you did in the last episode, but what are we going to do today? Well, that right there is the exciting part, because we're going to use the most amount of glass that I have ever used in any project here in Minecraft, even more than the Mother Tree project way back in 2012, where we used maybe 8 double chests full of glass. It was quite extensive. So we're probably going to use more of that by making a giant eruption coming out of the volcano, touching the sky, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Very excited about it. So as you're excited as I am about making this giant eruption, hit that like button and let's go meet up with, he's trying to fly away, but the server's so laggy. We're going to go meet up with the Dye Master herself, False Symmetry, and see if we can make a pirate deal for some ink. Hello, False, Queen of the Ink.
That is not my title, but hello, Scar. How are you?
That's not my title. What about Dye Master? That was from the hardcore series.
Ooh, I do prefer Dye Master.
Yeah, there we go.
Sounds a bit more powerful,
Ooh, I think it does. Not as powerful as that helmet, by the way. Very fancy.
It's pretty cool, right?
You know what I like about it is it's got a little green into it. I like the little bit of green over the diamond, which is a little bit more like bluish purple. I like the green shine.
It sort of matches my outfit a little bit better, My jacket's a little bit green, so.
Oh, you're right.
I'm very fashionable,
And are those gloves on your? Those are big gloves. I like those. It's even got little belt buckles on there. That's fancy.
It is. Although looking at it now, it looks like my textures are broken a little bit on the gloves. So just ignore those for a minute.
Just ignore those. They're just giant mittens.
It out, and I'm like, oh no.
They're like boxing gloves.
They are. Yeah, you better watch out.
Hey, I got a lot of time. No, I don't have any valuables on me. Nothing. Not a huge inventory full of things.
Well, what are you in the shopping district for? You better leave.
No, I'm here to make you a deal. So you got a lot of ink on you over here. I see, like a lot of inventory. I want to take that off your hands. Okay. So let's head inside here. Now let's shoot up here. Okay, well, hold on. Let's do that one more time.
Quite how you enter, but okay.
No. One more time. Here we go. There we go. Nailed it. Okay, so I need 48 stacks of ink. I'm going to be making a volcano. It's going to be erupting. It's going to be fancy.
That sounds pretty awesome. I like it. So 48 stacks. Right. I've done a bit of counting. Been looking at the inventory.
Okay.
And I think these 2 chests together are about 48.
I'm gonna take your word for it. 148, all ready to go. How much are you willing to part with your ink, Dye Master?
That's the thing. I'm not going to tell you. I have a number in mind. You're gonna have to guess and figure out what it could be. Okay.
How about 8 pirate gold?
Well, I think I'm leaving.
No. Okay. All right. I just want to point out the pirate gold is nothing to scoff at, but I've got diamonds. It's okay. All right. Come down. There you go. Yeah. Come around.
Buy stuff with whatever you give me. I can't just use pirate gold, which I don't think anyone takes in their shops right now.
Okay. How about 50 stacks? Or no, whoa, easy. No.
50
I
stacks
mean,
of
50
Yes,
diamonds.
please.
50 diamonds. 50 diamonds. We'll start there. 50 diamonds?
No, can't take 50 diamonds.
Okay, all right, that's fine. 52.
No, look at this slide. You see this? 3 diamonds per stack.
I only read pirate, so that's just gibbery to me.
Well, that's what it says anyway. 3
Yeah,
diamonds per stack.
I would have to have like a translator come in here and then they speak pirate back to me. It's a whole thing. Okay, how about 85?
85? You know what? I could do 85.
Okay, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85. And you know what? Because I'm a generous pirate and I want allies. And I want allies, and I hope I have your allegiance in when the wars start. Here's a little bit of pirate gold, and that's special. That's really good stuff right there. That's only the finest. Definitely not fool's pirate gold at all. No.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take that. Yeah. You can take your ink over there.
Now, are you one of those environmental shops that don't provide bags anymore? Because how am I going to carry all that out of here?
Do you not bring your own bags? It's a bag for life.
Oh, come on. You don't expect me to remember that type of thing? No, I don't remember that type of thing.
Look, you could buy them over there. You see that shop, that purple one?
But then I don't have to use more diamonds, and I already gave you all my diamonds.
I'm pretty sure this is not all of your diamonds. If it was.
But do you think you don't provide a shulker for storage and transport home?
No.
Okay. I thought this was a high-end shop with high-end services, but okay. It was nice doing business with False, but I got to show you one of my favorite things to do in Minecraft is make shulker boxes. This is really fun, actually. I'm going to throw that out. There we go. And bam! Wait. Oh, we were too shy? We were too shy. All this... I was really hoping we would make something like very satisfying, but it's very unsatisfying when you're off by 2. That's painful. That's really, really painful right there. But anyway, guys, I'm glad we got all of our shulkers set up and ready to go. And we have truly outgrown this place. Like this, this place is turning into season 5. The chest monsters are free and it's getting very, very bad. But what we need to do now is gather a very, very large amount of sand. And once we've achieved the sand collection, we're going to head over to Concorp. I want to show you the smelter that Cub's been working so very, very hard on. So I think I'm going to bring maybe 3 boxes. We'll see how it goes. I need let's make 4 full boxes of sand. And I already have another like 3 or 4 already. So I think this should be enough for all the glass. The desert wastelands await us and all of our sand dreams are about to come true. And I need to remind you one quick thing about the last episode. The reason why we fought the Wither the manual way was because I always like to do that at the beginning of the season before I do it the cheaty way when I need to get lots of beacons. You got to do the first one the old fashioned way, I think, and it's part of my pirate code of conduct. But let's brave all the creepers out here in the creeper wasteland. There are creepers everywhere out here, so we gotta mine them and get all the sand our heart could ever dream of. Welcome back to Concorp here, and as I was harvesting all the sand, which is in our shulker boxes here, I was listening to a really good podcast and thought I'd finish the podcast by harvesting some wood here, which we've been doing. I got a bunch of saplings I need to deposit, but we got a ton of new wood in the boxes for the Concorp and the Undercut shop. But it's time now to head over to the smelter because the crazy wizard that is Cub has built not only this section of it, but he also built another area of it. This thing's incredible. At some point, I'm going to show you the top. So all the stuff goes into the mouth right here. And I was telling Cub, it would be really cool if that was like a Vex face and we like feed the Vex things. I think that'd be really cool. But anyway, I think I know how to make this thing work. So we're going to grab out this, right? Actually, wow, I have a ton of these boxes. This is crazy. You know what's really unsatisfying, just like the shulker box thing we did earlier, is that we have an uneven number. All right, so I'm just going to throw in a couple here. Let's just throw in these guys here. So you open up the mouth, right? And you chuck these guys in here. There we go. And then we back up and let it eat itself. And there it goes. Look at it, starting to do things. Look at the minecarts. Oh my gosh, look at them go. All right, let's see if we can fly up right now and get a view. Oh, perfect, we're up. Right over by the tag building there, looking absolutely incredible. Zuma, you killed it. You killed it. Oh, this is so cool. All right, Cub, this is like one of the absolute coolest things of the season. And he hasn't even built his cool idea to put around this. Believe me, it's going to be amazing. Kelp blocks are like flying everywhere over there. Oh gosh, this thing is like amazing. Anyway, all right. Oh, that's done. Are you serious? It's almost done. Like everything we put in there is almost done. And like that, we now have over 12,000 glass blocks smelted on the super duper fancy Cub Fan smelter array that I don't know how it works, but it does work. But this is the Phantom, right? This is the lost stack that somewhere in the system it disappeared. But other than that, like look at all the glass blocks. 12,000, like this is amazing. So let's take all this, head on back and start planning out the plume. Just one last purchase before we are finally done with all of our shopping spreeing today. We need to buy out Azuma on all of his bone blocks so we can dye our glass, of course. After an entire day of preparation for this episode, we are now done buying up things, smelting things. Everything we need, hopefully, is in the boxes below us, all the glass and all the dyes. So let's grab it up, head out, start working on the plume. And this should be enough to get ourselves started. And I've been doing quite a bit of work here. This is truly Shulker Island now. And let's see, I've got a whole bunch of clay. Also, I have 7 more boxes of sand in case we need it. So let's hope we don't. Let's hope we don't. But we do have it in case we do. So I've gotten a whole bunch of dyes here. Where did I put my dyes? Wait, there they are. So I've got that for a fun little project for the plumes. So not only will there be a giant ash cloud going all the way up, we're also going to have like rocks and little bits of magma flying off to the side. So I think this will be really fun. So every section right here where there is no rock, where it looks like it's been blown apart, we're going to have like a little string of orange flying outward. And I noticed that in a lot of volcanoes, like especially more like volcanoes, say tropical in nature. So say like Hawaii, there's like a plume going up and then there's lots of like little orange streaks flowing off to the sides. So I think that'll be really fun to do. So we've got to initially start the cloud, the ash cloud. Now we're gonna have to go pretty straight up. Now the reason I'm gonna do that is when looking at ash clouds and things along those lines, especially right at initial, eruption, they haven't really caught the air currents yet, right? They're kind of straight up as they're going up. So we're going to keep it from doing that. Now, if we were to really do it on an angle, like if it's been erupting for hours or days, then you'd want it to have like a huge arch and maybe going this way because of Zombie Cleo's ship. The reason why I don't want to do that is I don't want this towering cloud of ash over her ship. I want to kind of keep that contained over it into my area in case like she gets on and just is like, oh, Scar, what have you done now? So let's get started here. I want to put this in the center. So the center of this is going to have the black, right? And then the further we go out, we'll use lighter and lighter colors. So I think this will be fun. Even in the center, we could even get some like solid blocks too to get really crazy together here. So, oh man, this was an insane amount of work to get all this resources, but I am so pumped. Can we get a hashtag eruption in the chat? Because here we go. So I'm gonna start filling this in and hopefully this looks good because we put in a lot of work for this. Oh no, I fell inside the lava. Come on. Oh, okay, everything's fine. I couldn't believe it, I just fell in the lava. I'm fine, guys, it's okay. I just need a fire extinguisher, it's totally cool. Welcome back, and we now have a plume coming out of the volcano, and I think I just used my last rocket, so let's try to make this one count. I have fallen into the magma in the center of the volcano now twice now, but I think this is starting to look pretty cool. It looked horrendous to start with, and I mean honestly still kind of does, but we're gonna work through this. We need to start incorporating a little bit of panes, and I think I'm gonna start using the panes in a little bit lighter color, some of the light grays and things along those lines. We're not going to use white until the very top up the top. Wait, let me check something. Okay, so that's white and that's light gray. If I remember correct, light gray panes are lighter than light gray glass box, right? At least it used to be in the prior texture pack, so I got to keep that in mind. So the column in the center, of course, is black, and then it comes out into gray, and then light gray is now right here. Or am I confused again? Let me put this right. Okay. I keep getting really confused. So black is in the center and then gray. And now I've started to put just little tiny highlights here and there, just where the light is kind of catching the glass. And I think that's looking actually fairly good. I just really want to get the main plume done, so then we can start working on the kind of rockets, if you will. That's at least what I call them. The lava shooting off to the sides. I think that's going to look really cool. One thing I noticed in a lot of the photos that I was looking at, they're actually time lapses. So maybe they don't quite look like that in real life with like giant orange like plumes spraying off to the sides, because I realized like, wait a second, that looks like a long exposure. Oh, by the way, don't judge me. Don't judge me. You're judging me right now about my disorganization. It's fine. It's fine. Leave me alone. But yeah, I think this is starting to look pretty cool. One thing I'd like to do at this portion right here is to start expanding it a little bit more, so it's a little bit thicker at the top, because that's what I want. I just want it to kind of get bigger and bigger and bigger as it gets to the top. So yeah, this is a lot of work and a lot of glass, but this is fun. Like I'm really enjoying this, especially working with color. Well, actually, wait. This isn't really color. This is just monochrome at the moment. But when we do get to the point where we're adding yellows and oranges and reds, I think that's going to be super fun. So let me continue to lay down the glass and I'll be right back. This is a Hermitcraft weather advisory. Clear skies, sun, and a chance of ash fallout. Look at the plume. It is getting bigger and bigger and looking super, super fancy. I'm loving every minute of it. So one thing we got to do, of course, as remember, we're going to make this part all orange and red and yellow. So we'll add the little bits of color through there. But at the top there, we're going to continue our monochrome as we continue the plume upwards. And I think it's looking pretty good. I'd like to come in with very fine detail and add, panes and stuff like that. Adding a little bit more highlights. We just have a few in there at this point. Eventually we'll get the whites in there to really have an impact way at the top, where it's really dispersed, where it's really, flowing with the air. But at its point right now, it looks very similar to the last time Mount St. Helens erupted where I live. And I think that was like 2005. We used to be able to go outside and you could see like this little plume like right on top of it. Of course, like way after the major eruption in the 80s, but there was this like little puff, like it kind of built a little lava dome after it. And it looked very similar to that at this point. We're going to make this way, way bigger. But yeah, let me know what you guys think so far. I want to hear your suggestions, guys. I want to hear if there's other little things you think that we could do better. But I think at this point, so far, I think we're definitely on the right track for a super awesome volcano. Welcome back, and there is the massive plume coming out of the volcano, and it's looking super amazing. Now, I did decide to give it an angle with the wind, so I thought once we get up to a higher altitude, that's where the winds really kick in, and it didn't tower over Zombie Cleo's base because I didn't want to do that. I didn't want this giant plume of darkness over her base. But she is a zombie. Maybe she likes darkness. I don't know. Maybe she does. So you could ask her, zombie, do you like darkness? Anyway, guys, oh man, I'm just really, really excited about this. This is definitely my favorite thing that I built so far in season 6, and probably like my top 5 of all Hermitcraft builds. Like, I'm really, really loving this. So what do we still need to do? First of all, highlights. Inside of the cloud, there needs to be a series of little highlights. Nothing too crazy. Second thing we need to do is incorporate a little bit of panes just for the fine detail around the edges. And then third, that is the big one. We need to expand the black glass down in, okay, where everything's fine. Everything is fine. There's evil lava down there. I almost fell in it again. That would be the third time today. So we need to bring down the black glass a little further in, and then also start adding some of the red, the yellow, and the orange kind of shooting out to the sides of the volcano. And yeah, man, I'm so excited. Anyway, guys, I need to talk to CubFan about something. So I'm going to work on this. We're going to go meet up with CubFan because somebody is back, and they're back stealing beds. One bed. Maybe a disgruntled employee, but I doubt it. All of our employees are in line and they know the consequences of breaking and or stealing. But two beds can only be one thing, and that's the bed bandit. He's returned. For viewers out there, you may be wondering, Scar, who is this bed bandit? Well, back in season 4, there was a Rendiggity dog, a generous dog. He roamed the land, later became a red cat. but you know, that's beside the point. He made these little mole mart shops, you know, helped out the hermits when they were in need in the end. There was beds, ender pearls, food could be purchased. Well, somebody kept stealing his beds, and he was quite disgruntled about it. Never to be found, this bed bandit. But eventually, in season 5 came around, you know, a couple beds went around. But when season 6 came, well, we're in season 6. These 2 beds are missing. And I think other beds have been missing too, but people don't realize.
Bed bandit is back. I can't believe I never thought I'd see the day. And against the Concorp shop, the Sad Coral shop of all places.
This is a high crime against not only hermit kind, but the convex. And the convex don't stand for none of this treachery and stealing. We have high morals around here. High morals.
Like, you can't get any higher morals than we have here.
Oh, of course. So, to the viewers out there, we need you. This is a call to action to you to investigate, and find the bed bandit. Get one of those serial killer walls out with the string and the yarn. They connect the dots and things. I don't know if that's realistic or not. Maybe it's in the movies. Maybe it's not. Maybe there's a detective out there. He could shed the light on us and tell us if that's realistic or not. But you know from detective shows, right, Kev, where they string the yarn around?
Oh yeah. Find the clues. Solve the riddle, guys. Who is this bed bandit? Who is he? Or she. Could be a she.
Hey, is that a pocket protector on your skin?
It is.
Oh, that's so cool. Anyway, that distracted me. So yeah, viewers out there, you must find the bed bandit. Welcome back, and the plume is ever growing, and now we have some highlights up there, except they're covered by my elytra. So yeah, we're starting to work on that. I think it still needs a little bit of modification in the way that it is flowing around the top there. But we're definitely making some fun progress here. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure how I'm liking the highlights. I think it's something that we, you know, take off and we add and we take off and things along those lines. But I've been adding a little bit more of the black glass around the center of it. And I realized, hey, I should probably hold off on that so I can have access to the center here. And I did make one small, I'm going to hang my head in shame here. Made one small mistake. I should never put the lava and the birdie blocks in the center there, because it is impossible. It's impossible to deal with this area because we need to start adding, you know, all of these blocks. So that's why I have them in my inventory now. So let's just start grabbing some of these and kind of figuring out exactly what we can do with them. I'm trying to figure this out because I'd love to have like a spurt of lava kind of going like out in this way and there and things along those lines, but still not 100% sure how I'm going to do this. Now, one thing we can do is maybe even put just a little bit of glass around these magma blocks. And I think that's just going to kind of soften them up a little bit and make them just a little bit more believable. Just gives it a little extra color, I think, from a distance. I'm really kind of curious to see what this looks like. Why don't we just see what it looks like? Because we have that power. With the power of the elytra and the rockets, we can do that. Let's see what that looks like. Hey, you can't see it at all. Yeah, you can. Actually, maybe just ever so slightly. Probably not on YouTube, but very subtly in game, it looks kind of cool. It really does kind of soften it up a little bit. And I like that quite a bit. One thing I like for magma blocks is if the kind of maroonish kind of chunky piece, you need these little chunkers. If that was actually maybe black, I think would actually look quite a bit better. Anyway, let's figure this out without, no, that's lava. That is lava. Let's not play with that. So let's see what we got here. Let's go with orange. I'm going to start with a little bit of orange here. If this looks bad, we're just going to tear it out. So don't even worry about it, my friends. Don't even worry about it. There we go. We're just going to knock it out. There we go. And just put some of these guys along here. I think that's going to look decent. There we go. And I know this looks a little bit like Halloween at this point, but I think if maybe we threw in, let's grab some yellow. Let's throw in a little yellow here. Let's think about it more realistically. I think the darker colors would be more down here. So heck, let's just throw a red block there, bring that across there, bring that, that yellow block looks horrible. That looks horrible. Okay, now I want to take a look at what that looks like from a distance. I just want to add a little bit of color into it. And how does that look? I think it's okay. I think it's just going to need a lot more trial and error to figure out the balance between this. And this is like any Minecraft build. Like, never be afraid to build something and then take it down. Like, don't feel like you failed in any one way. Just think of it as new opportunities to be had. And that was just an old stale opportunity. Just toss it off, my friends. Never be afraid to try something new and different. And if it doesn't turn out, it's so easy to just tear it on down. All you lost was time, which is a valuable thing. But just realize that you can always do it again and just learn from your mistakes. So you value your time because you learn from your mistakes, so you don't want to do it again. That's at least how I always try to play Minecraft, but you know me, I make plenty of mistakes. So yeah, let me continue to work on this a little bit more and see if we can make these things start shooting off in all directions, and hopefully make it a little bit more like a volcano and not a Halloween decoration. Working on our Halloween volcano here. And one thing I'm doing around the orange is, whoop, that looks a little weird. Let me back that up. There we go. I'm working on adding a little bit of panes just to add a little bit of definition around the blocks. And I've tried a bunch of stuff when it comes to adding the, the yellows, the reds, things along those lines. But I'm really trying to be fairly sparing with those. I might add a little bit more red in the interior, but I'm loving the way the orange is looking. And I wanted to show you, ouch. Yeah, I'm not even going to talk about how many times I've fallen in terrible things up here. But I want to show you what the orange looks like at night, because it is pretty cool. Like, man, look at that. It really does look like it's just starting to explode. The lava is starting to flow. The steam or the ash is pluming up. And yeah, I'm really pleased with this. So let's take a land here. Now, like I'd mentioned before, I really want to create those kind of little spurts that are flying outwards, but I still haven't figured them out. I've tried a few little things and nothing quite hits yet. So I want to kind of maybe refine that a little bit more. So we might stick with this for a little bit longer. I'm just working on this, and hopefully like an idea comes to mind. Look at this. I'm like a mountain goat. Mountain goat Scar does what a mountain goat Scar needs to do to build his volcano. All right, we're going to make this jump. Bam! Nailed it. All right, so yeah, I'm going to continue to work on this a little bit more, but yeah, I'm really happy with the way this is coming out. And one thing I'm doing is also adding quite a bit more black glass here just to make this a little bit more prominent. But yeah, very pleased with this. After 2 days of work, gathering resources, smelting thousands and thousands of blocks to make the plume of the volcano, it is now complete. Look at that massive plume up there. We've added some panes at the very top there to give it a little bit more fine detail, and I think we can add so much more to it, but I think that's good for now. So let's fly up there. I've timed this hopefully perfect so I can show you all of the glowing magma within the actual volcano. Got all that orange in there looking super fancy. There's still a lot more we want to do. I missed my mark. No, I meant to hit that so we could see a little bit in the interior there. See right there, we need to add some of that white down into this area too. It's just we have so many blocks down. There's always more we can do. But let's look inside here, and I want to add a little bit more red. I want to add a few more details in there. But for now, guys, I think that is probably good. 2 days of work. I'm really proud of this, and I hope you guys like it also. It looks especially cool at night, and that's what I wanted. I wanted it to be different at night. Like, it has a special quality that you see only at the time of darkness. Yeah, I am quite happy with the way this came out. Let's double check to make sure it looks nice from Zombie Cleo's base, because it is a large object that she can see from her base, and I don't want it to be ugly. So I've been really mindful of that. And I think it's especially cool from here, from her pirate fort. Ouch! What was that? It's like a sneaky skeleton or something. Anyway, you can just get a hint of orange up there from the volcano. I think it actually looks best from here. Like, this is one of its absolute best views. But well, there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode as we went on a super resource gathering, shopping spree, and a mega build here at the volcano. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch videos. And if you would leave the videos a rating, that would be very much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later. And don't forget to subscribe, because you may just become scarred for life.